Capability is how much energy something has. Capacity is how much of that energy can it contain. Does that make sense? So you can focus on creating a little bit of energy that fits into a small container, or you can figure out how to create a lot of energy that fits into a bigger container. Which one would you rather have, small or big? Small or big? Turn to the person next to you, give them a high five, say capacity is better than capability. Go on, give them a high five. Capacity is better than capability. The next words that are up there, spirit and compassion. I said that you're a living, breathing miracle. Everybody has a spirit inside of them. Sometimes it gets beat down, sometimes it enlarges, and it's always a yin and yang. It's always constantly on the move, but if you focus on your spirit and growing it, and you have compassion for somebody else, some magical things can start to happen. Most people are focused on a word called passion, right? Just passion to compete, passion to drive, passion to be the best. I challenge you to take your passion and turn it into compassion. Compassion for other people, compassion for humanity. The next word, intergenerational wealth. I challenge you to think beyond you. Most people are so focused on trying to solve their immediate problem, just what's right in front of them, that they don't stop to think, are the things that I'm doing, am I arranging a future that's just going to solve my problems? Or am I arranging a future that's going to solve multiple generations worth of problems? What game are you playing? Are you playing, when Lori asked you yesterday, how big is your dream, or dream bigger than just your lifetime. How many generations can you look to? Are the things that you're doing today going to impact 3 generations from now? Or is it just going to solve your immediate financial problems and concerns that you have? Does this make sense? Next word is ephemeralization. It's a science word, and here's what it means. It means the ability to do ever more with ever less. The ability to do ever more with ever less. People look at the world and they say the world is so complicated. The world isn't complicated, it's just more complex. It's, do you have the ability to look into a complex world and make it simple? Can you look at your life and can you learn how to do ever more with ever less? Most people do just the opposite. They end up doing ever more with ever more. Ever more time, ever more energy, ever more cost to their health, ever more cost to their finances. They're doing ever more with ever more as opposed to learning how to do ever more with ever less. And I challenge you to start thinking about, we've gone from the hunter-gatherer age to the agrarian age to the industrial age to the information age. I think we're in the invisible age. It's the invisible age. It's, can you see the invisible? Every word that I've put up here, universe, DNA, humanity, unity, capacity, spirit, compassion, intergenerational wealth, ephemeralization, it's all invisible. 99.99999% of your life and your experiences are invisible. That's what causes the problem, is that you can't tangibly touch what you're trying to arrange for your future. So I challenge you to think about your education. So what we've done at the other thing to think about is a word called precession. If you drop a rock into water, the rock goes down, it hits the water. The rock slows down and hits the bottom of the ocean or the lake. But what happens to the water is it goes out this way. How many of you have ever seen this before? You drop a rock in and you see the ripples go out this way. The same thing with your life. When you come to an event like this, it's like dropping a rock in water. Are you the rock that came here and dropped into the water? Do you just look at your problems like a rock and then it just goes and it sits there? Or what we're teaching the youth to do is to say, as soon as the rock hits the water, watch the water move. And watch the direction that it's moving, because if you're smart, if you're an entrepreneur, you know how to create something from nothing because it's already there. What direction is the water moving? Do you know how to build a boat and put a sail up and catch the ride of the wave? Do you know how to build a surfboard and ride the wave? Or are you not even paying attention and just standing there, and you're going to get hit by a wave and drowned? Are you going to stop and think about critical path thinking? So what we've done at the foundation, over the past 5 years, we've had almost 10,000 students come through our foundation. They've done the equivalent. They earn points for going out and serving and doing different things. They've done almost 500,000 hours of community service, volunteer service through our foundation. And it's made an economic impact of just short of $10 million US, just in Atlanta, one city. So one of the reasons why I'm here is I want to expand that model around the world. We've got a technology platform that's unique to it that we just give away to people that have a foundation or a similar cause or a similar need to it, and they want to go out and do the same thing, right? Because it's a model that's there, and we believe that there needs to be a massive education movement through youth social entrepreneurs, because if you think about intergenerational wealth, if we're not looking at the problems of today and of tomorrow and including the youth in helping solve those problems, then you're just going to set up a bigger scenario of bigger problems for them to deal with. Does that make sense to everyone? Right? So we want to be part of a game that looks forward, that says we want to include you because you're going to go from 25% of the working population to a larger percent, and after them there's going to be another group, a whole new generation that's going to come up behind them that needs to grow up in a world that people are looking to, how do we solve the problems for 100% of humanity? Through spontaneous cooperation, not competition, right? And so processionally, it looks like this. You come to an event like this, step number one, it's a cause. It's an international forum here in Lyon. Step two is, what is it going to convert into? What is your life going to convert into after today? What are you going to try and do after today? It's great that you had a cause and you came here. Step two is converting. Step three is, what are you going to arrange for yourself? How are you going to arrange your future for you based on what you've learned here, yesterday, and today, and based on the relationships that you've connected with? Number four is connectivity. Are you connecting just with people in Lyon? Or are you connecting with people in Guanajuato, or all of Mexico, or all of the Americas, or all over the world? How big of an impact do you want to make? And then the fifth step is a boundary. What's the container that you want to put it in? All right, so I challenge you to think about that. I'm going to play a quick 2-minute video. If you guys can play the video. This is the challenge with our world. This video is the history of the world in 2 minutes, and then I'll wrap up and I'll be done. It's a really cool video. It's not on the screen. Whew, pretty crazy, huh? Us humans, left to ourselves, are pretty crazy. I think it was the husband and wife doctor from Finland yesterday. I really enjoyed listening to them. But one of the quotes that he put up there is he said, "Inequality kills." right? And I ask you the last question I ask you is, are you looking to make more money, or are you looking to serve more people? What is your intention and what is your passion? I challenge you to serve more people and trust that you'll make more money. Thank you.